What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host Josh, and we are here for the match watch-along of the upcoming game between Brazil and Germany for the first game of the group in the Olympics, and I'm quite excited for it. I'm a big fan of Olympic football. Hopefully a lot of you guys are as well and are excited to tune in and watch this match. It should be a fun game. There's already been a few matches played in the Olympics so far, including a massive upset for the French team. French team got beat pretty handily today, 4-1. But I'm pretty excited, man. Olympic football has always been an event that I've really enjoyed watching. It's an event that I find very interesting because of the fact that you're supposed to play with U23 players, you get to play with 3 overage players, and this tournament's no different. There's about the average age is probably a little bit over 24 now, just because of the COVID break. And on top of that, the overage players are always fun to keep an eye on today. So before we get into the match, because it's going to start in about 8 minutes, we'll go through the starting 11 and say hello to you guys in the chat today. As Zachary says, freaking 7 a.m. Josh, you better be chill. I'm chill. It's 7 in the morning for me in Canada. But let me know where you guys are watching from today. The Olympics, again, beautiful, beautiful sport, beautiful tournament, because it brings a lot of people all over the world together. So let me know where you guys are watching from today and who you guys are cheering for. You guys probably are familiar that my background is Germany, so I'll be going for the Germans today. But it should be a lot of fun. Excited for this match, says Luke. I'm excited as well. Hi, Josh. Guys, like the video. If you guys wouldn't mind dropping by, dropping a like, it's always appreciated. Set a goal for us for 35. Mexico representing CONCACAF well. They are, man. They are. The games today have, if you guys haven't checked them out, it's on Foot Mode. It's on a few of the other ones, but Mexico smashed France today 4-1. So, I mean, France was supposed to be one of the favorites going into the tournament. A lot of young, very young, talented players, including 3 experienced players in Gignac, Thoven, and a few other ones. But, yeah, I mean, that's a very surprising result today. New Zealand beat South Korea, which I thought was a little bit surprising as well. Egypt drew against Spain. The Spain team is absolutely stacked. I was surprised by this result. I mean, they got players that were on their actual team. Like, they got Garcia, Menguesa, Unai Simon was their keeper. They got Pau Torres. The 3 overagers on their squads, Marco Asensio, Danny Callahan, and, of course, Monero. And yeah, I mean, just a surprising result seeing them draw against the Egyptian side, who, kudos to them, picked up 3 big points. And in the other side of the group for today, for the Brazil-Germany group, we saw Ivory Coast taking on Saudi Arabia and winning 2-0. Or 2-1, sorry. So with all that being said, welcome guys to the chat. Excited for today's match, man. This Brazilian team looks incredible. So here's the starting lineup on the pitch today. I don't believe it's going to be played in a 4-4-2 for Brazil. I believe it's going to be played in a 4-2-3-1. We got Santos in net. Dani Alves is a right back. One of the overagers, if you guys can't tell. Nino and Diego Carlos are the 2 center backs today. Very talented. One of the other overagers for Brazil is Diego Carlos. Plays for Sevilla. Very talented center back. Commanding in the air. He'll be tough. 2 holding midfielders, Bruno Guimaraes from Lyon, and of course, Douglas Luiz from Aston Villa. Anthony and Richarlison, in my opinion, will be playing on the wings. Claudinho will be playing as your cam, and Matheus Cunha will be the striker, but we'll have to see how it actually lays out. And then the boys, the Germans, they're playing in the 4-3-3, and there's some good talent on this squad as well. Muller, a lot of you guys are probably familiar with if you follow the Bundesliga, solid keeper. Benjamin Henrich, who had a couple little stints outside on Ligue 1 with Monaco as well as in Germany. I'm just going to close my door quickly. It is early in the morning here. Girlfriend does not want me to be too loud, so I'm trying to be quiet for my girlfriend, so I have to close the door. But the 3 overagers on this squad is Amari, is Max Kruse, and of course Maximilian Arnold. So 3 talented overagers for the Germans as well. I'm excited to see how they can get on today, see what's going to happen. It's a good looking lineup as well. I'd say on paper, I mean, the Brazilian squad looks very, very good. They are going to be a challenge today. But they're singing the national anthems, and we're excited to go. So if you guys are just joining us, be sure to drop a like and put in your score predictions. How do you see this one playing out, guys? because I don't know. For me, I have a feeling that the Brazilians are gonna go for it, but I can hear your sleep, bro. It's early in the morning. It's early in the morning here in Canada, so I'm a little tired, but I'm excited to watch the game, man. I was gonna get up for this one. I want to show my love for Olympic football because I really enjoy watching it. I do. And come on, Germany, Brazil, the last Olympics, this was the final. It went to a penalty shootout, and then Neymar won it, of course. So it'll be a nice little match today, and I'm definitely excited for it. Hi from Northern Ireland in the UK, and it's very hot over here. Well, hello, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. I mean, better being nice weather than not so nice weather, because I was told that, especially in London right now, there's a nice little heat wave going through, so hopefully you guys are enjoying that. By the way, it's almost 5 p.m. in India. It's a very different time. For me, it's 7 a.m. here in Canada. Josh, where are you in Canada? I am near Toronto, just to give people around the world a close idea where I'm from. Isaiah, my boy, at 5:24 a.m. He gets out of bed for the watch-along to watch the Brazil and German game. I respect it. As a person who saw the U17 World Cup, these kind of results don't surprise me. By the way, I was at the match where Sergio Gomez scored. Very cool, my friend. Very, very cool. But yeah, I mean, the Mexico game and the France game is definitely a real eye-opener in the tournament, and not probably a good thing for for things to come for the French. Now I know the morning looks like. Morning, Josh, man. Morning, Josh. But hopefully I can look lively for you guys today, because I am excited for this match. I have Spain and Mexico still in my final prediction. Well, I had France, so I feel like a goof. Flomo, that's my nickname, Florian Muller. Your girlfriend can pitch a tent. She's taking a nap. It's early. She's on vacation, so I feel bad having to do this for her. But Spain's about to bottle. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. The Spain squad is very good, but I mean, to not get a result against the Egyptians today was a little bit surprising. We got a prediction coming in for 2-0 Brazil, and you know what? That's probably right around the prediction I would go for, to be honest. 2-0 Brazil. I think this Brazilian side looks incredible. I mean, having the likes of Richarlison, having Douglas Luiz, two players who constantly play in the national squad. Matheus Cunha's got a great goal-scoring record at this level. I'm excited to watch Claudinho. He's one who plays for one of the RB squads in Brazil. It should be exciting to see how he gets on today. But also keeping an eye on the Germans. And of course, there is a Brazilian Dortmund player in there, for those of you guys who don't know. And it is Renier. He is on the bench, though. I haven't even gone to sleep yet. Isaiah, you party animal, my man. Of course, my boy's watching from India. It's cloudy and rainy. It's nice here in Canada. I haven't slept. I stayed up watching the Mexico-France game. You guys have got some passion, man. I'm digging it. Who else has stayed up all night to watch one of the Olympic games? Because I find it pretty impressive to see you guys staying up all night like this. Underage football is unpredictable and can go either way. It can, and especially adding some young talent mixed in with some of the veterans. It will be fun. Hi, Eugene. I'm watching from Sydney. Well, I'll be able to watch the match here. You cannot watch the match here. This is a match watch-along to watch the match with me. I'm not sure how to watch the match depending where you guys are from in your other countries. But, Eugene, I hope you're doing well today. Watching from Sydney. Beautiful place. Morning. And a Bayern supporter. You good. From Fredericton. That's very cool. I believe... you probably, Alphonso Davies brought you into the Bayern love. I'm a Dortmund supporter, if you can't quite tell. Also, keeping an eye on for the Germans today. Kickoff is just underway. Be sure to drop a like if you're tuning in. Subscribe if you guys are new. I am very close to 4,000 subscribers. I've almost been caught in 4K. For those of you guys who are interested. So hopefully we have a fun match today, and we can check out how the Brazilian and Germans will kick on, guys. It should be fun. My team, Brazil, from India. Well, I think your Brazilian squad is going to be in for a good match today. But it is underway, guys. Let's see how the game gets on. I'll be going for Germany, but hopefully it'll be a fun match nonetheless. And obviously we can see anything can happen. When I woke up this morning and saw that France lost 4-1, I don't know, man. I was just shocked. It's a huge result for the Mexican squad. And the Mexico squad, in their defense, I mean, they always compete in the Olympics. They always do well. This is a country that's won it before. It's always had good results, so it's not surprising. But we're gonna have to see how the Brazilians do, because the Brazilians have an incredible team. On paper, they look like one of the early favorites. Good little cross in there from Anthony right away. Another one coming in, but does very well there by Muller. The Brazilians are on the hot foot already. Give us Renier. Renier's on the bench. There were some rumors that he may start in the center attacking mid position, but they went with Claudinho, which, in my opinion, I would have went for that player as well. I was doing my math class homework. Well, depending where you guys are in the world, hopefully you're able to sit down, relax, and enjoy a good Olympic match, man. This is one that got me right out of bed, and why not? Germany, Brazil, the last Olympic finalist, went to a penalty shootout, and now they get put in the same group, going head-to-head. It should be fun, man. It should be fun, but don't forget to put in your score predictions, guys, if you haven't done so already. Dr. Negative says it's morning for me. As an Indian, people call me a traitor for supporting BBB when Singh was at Bayern. I find that surprising. I could see it, though. In terms of players like Canadians, Americans, countries like that who have only a handful of massive talent, sometimes it is interesting to see how you support a team based on the fact that you have a player playing there. So Alphonso Davies plays for Canada. A lot of people expect me to be a Bayern fan, but I'm not. France still living in Euro 2020 loss from the A team. Yeah, man, it was a pretty surprising loss. It really was. I love winter, summer Olympics ones. I just watch football. I do too. I've always enjoyed it. I just find the rule fascinating. I love the fact that you can put the best, or try to put the best of your U23s together. On top of that, you get 3 overagers to make the tournament a little bit more open. And the other interesting thing is that teams can reject players going to the Olympics. Alvarez, who is now playing in the Gold Cup for Mexico, he was supposed to play it for Mexico in the Olympics, but Ajax rejected that, so then you can't reject the Gold Cup, so he ended up just going there, which was a little bit surprising. Yes, both countries have been consistent with their youth teams for years. Yes, they have, my friend. Yes, they have. Brazil, they're just always dangerous. We know that. They're exciting, they're fast, they're quick, they're pacey, they're everything you really want to watch and enjoy out of a football match. So hopefully they can do that as well here today. Yes, Germany, but my EPL team is Villa, Douglas Luiz. Very cool, very cool. White is here. Cheers, my man. Member here on the channel. White, how you doing? Kind of surprised that Ukraine didn't qualify. Ukraine does have a good crop of young players coming up as well. They took it from the U21 places. That's how the 4 European nations got qualified. It was the semifinalists from the U21s. That's why we see Romania here. Bit of a surprise. More Brazil fans from India. Interesting. Marco says staying up for Mexico was worth it. A lot of Mexican players were getting interest in European teams, and the Olympics can be a good showing for them to perform. Absolutely. Absolutely. For Mexico, I always find the Olympics is a massive opportunity for the country in general, but that's a nice little touch as the Brazilians come the other way. First chance of the game. Whew. Good little hit there by Matheus Cunha. Nice save at the end. But I absolutely agree. I find Mexico takes the Olympics very seriously. They always have. They always will. They have a good, young, talented group of players who want to go compete. But that was a good little effort there from Cunha, as we got a first corner of the game. Live in Canada, but grandparents are from Germany. Easy decision every time. AJ, my guy, we got some stuff in common. I'm also living in Canada, near Toronto. We're an hour and a half north of Toronto, a very small town. But my grandparents aren't from Germany. My grandparents' parents and myself were born in Canada, but I have I'm going to put this a little bit bigger for you guys, see if that helps. It actually looks kind of ugly. But yeah, my background is from Germany, though. Josh, did you see the Kraken expansion draft? I did. It was boring. I wasn't that interested in it. I was hoping to see Price and some other big names go, but they got a poor looking team, man. The Kraken are going to be in trouble. Romania doesn't have any over 23 players, and their best U21 players weren't allowed to come. Damn. I was creeping through the Romanian side today, and there wasn't a ton of names I was familiar with. But yeah, I mean, like I said, if they reject you, unfortunately you can't go. It is as simple as that. But we'll have to see. 2028 Summer Olympics will be hosted in LA. I'm gonna be there. That is unreal. Yeah, anywhere in the States, it'll be a lot of fun for me to be able to travel to. That's a nice touch there from Anthony. Oh, what a ball. To find Richarlison. Nice save, but on the rebound. Brazil get off to a good start in the Olympics, man. Richarlison gets his own rebound. Not a good start for the Germans, man. Not a good start for the Germans. I mean, it was a decent save, but he punted it right back into to Richarlison's path. It was an incredible ball from Anthony. Picture perfect. Found Richarlison. Keeper should have done better there. He palmed it right back to... I mean, it was an awful hit from Richarlison, to be completely honest, but keeper did very, very poor. That's tough. That is tough. Not ideal, but I mean, it's Brazil. It's expected. Early on, 1-0. Poor goal to concede. We can't get around that whatsoever, but that's tough. That's tough. Morning, Josh. If you make the window of the tracker smaller, your screen will get larger in the stream. All right. Producer T here with the knowledge. See what I can do here. See how that looks. Mexico and FIFA are kind of embedded, hence why I like the Olympics. So that is true. That is true. All right, let's see if that is a little bit nicer for you guys. I think it is. I think that's a little bit nicer. Why not? Producer T tuning in today. Early up on his time. Hope he's doing well. But off to a good start once again for the Brazilians, and I don't think anybody's overly that surprised. Producer T is in the chat. Producer T is clutch. Always clutch. Always clutch, Producer T is. But yeah. I mean, it's not on TV in my country. I mean, I don't know if it's on... I guess I can ask Taylor. Producer T, I don't know if you know if he's able to watch the game on his TV. I thought I'd be able to watch it on my TV, but I'm not. So I may be a couple minutes behind some of you guys depending where you're watching from, but usually it's on like CBC here in Canada. I don't have a full dish where I am. I just kind of borrow like an app from my girlfriend's parents, but I wasn't able to see the game on it. So I don't know. If you're watching in Canada, let me know if the game is on CTV or TSN or anything like that. I wasn't able to see it. Kraken are probably going to make some side deals, try to make their team stronger. They should. Because if they don't, I mean, it was an ugly draft. They don't look like a very, very strong squad. Yanni Gourde is probably one of their best players. But is Brandt in? Brandt is not in. Brandt is not in. There was rumors that our friends in Dortmund actually rejected a couple of the German players. So I'm assuming it was Dahoud. It might have been Brandt, but it looks like a couple of them might have been called up, but were rejected by Dortmund, and I see it because both are supposed to have upcoming seasons that will be with a new manager. Saw Dani Alves, Richarlison for Brazil. Who are the senior players for Germany? Max Cruz of Union Berlin is 1. Oh, nice ball. Amari from Bayer Leverkusen is 2. And 3 is Maximilian Arnold from Wolfsburg. So those are the 3 overage players, all Bundesliga players. But rumors and reports said that Germany were interested in getting De Hood or Brandt. I don't know which one of the two, but it was rejected. Obviously, trying to get them in form, get them ready for the season under a new manager, which is why they weren't in there. But in my opinion, I bet you it was De Hood. Nice little ball there as we get to see the Germans finally attack. As Brazil has pretty much dominated this match pretty well so far. But the senior players for Brazil are actually Dani Alves, obviously, Douglas Luiz, and who is the other one? And center back from Sevilla, Diego Carlos. So I don't believe Richarlison is one of the overage players. I'm gonna make the match a little bit nicer for you guys. Yo, how are you watching the game? I am watching the game in a different type of way. I'm not watching it legally. So I don't know how to watch it in the countries you guys are from. It depends where you're watching from, but I was able to find a sneaky little way to watch it. So I might be a little bit behind. And honestly, it's making the video lag a little bit, so I'm going to put myself in a small corner today with a nice Olympic background Producer T put on. And if you guys aren't able to watch the game, then maybe you guys will be able to just track along, talking with us in the chat, as well as keeping an eye on the live ticker for today. So if you guys are just joining us, be sure to drop a like. Always appreciate it. And let us know if we get to 4K. We were at 399 before this, so we're very close to 4,000 subscribers. Hopefully we will be able to hit it today. It would be pretty cool. But Josh, did you watch the Canadian women's soccer team in action against Japan yesterday? And will you be covering the Canadian Olympic team during the Olympic coverage? I did not watch them play yesterday. I was at my other job, and I don't know if I'll cover any of the games. If I do, it may be like a semi-final or final. It will depend. I definitely won't be doing any group stage matches, but in the knockouts, depending on what time the game is, I may jump on there and do a watch along with you guys, because especially if they go to the finals or something like that. But Germany have a free kick coming up, and they have Maximilian Arnold standing over it. Oh, it says 4K now. All right, guys. Well, cheers. That was a pretty poor free kick there by Arnold. But yeah, we appreciate it, guys. We hit 4K, I guess, today. So we were at like 390 something before we started. So looks like you guys showed me some love, and we hit 4K. So big shout out to you guys. I appreciate the support. And yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the game. Champagne at 5K. Champagne at 5K. Once we get 5K, I might do a house tour. That was something that you guys have been asking for a while. So we may do a house tour, something like that, at 5K. But here comes the Germans the other way. It is Amari of Bayer Leverkusen. I think our ticker froze there for a little bit. I have to get that back going. There we are. Oh, that was awful effort there. Oh, but Muller does so well for Richarlison and made up for it. Germans a little shaky today. Massive chances there for Brazil. Holy man. Brazil have been the better team by a good margin today. Damn. Damn. Well, that was a little sloppy. A little sloppy from Germany. They're making it definitely very hard on themselves today. As we get to see Dani Alves skipping the squad today. Yes, Canada has a very strong women's team, as in the case of many progressive countries. They do. But this is a terrible defensive play right here. Goes for the header. Not enough pace on it. This should have been 2-0 for Brazil. But Muller does unbelievably well to get a hand on it, and then a nice block towards the end. But Brazil have just been having chance over chance. Claudinho had a chance as well. A poor finish and kind of an unorthodox looking save there from Florian Müller, but it's been a little bit all over the place, and Brazil has definitely dominated the opening 15 minutes so far, as well as getting a opening goal, but I think it looks like Richarlison is down as well, so that's not a good little look there. It honestly looks like you shoot from your kitchen. I shoot from my kitchen with the background. I'm in an office. I'm not in a kitchen. But, you know. You have 4K now, brother. I appreciate it. You guys rock, man. Getting to 4K, pretty cool. Is this the U23s? It is. So the way that the Olympics work is it's the U23 squad, and it's actually ages under 1997. So technically, because the tournament was supposed to happen last year, it's really an under 24 team with 3 overage players. Dani Alves, one of the famous overage players, a 38-year-old right back for the Brazilians today, as well as Diego Carlos, and I believe the other one is Douglas Luiz, but we just caught Josh in 4K. That was the joke I wanted to make. That is good. I'm glad Isaiah was able to make it. Caught in 4K. A joke I was ready to make for a while now. But the Germans are just playing sloppy today. Another sloppy pass. It gives Brazil a chance to go the other way. And it's just, again, every attack that Germany has been able to really develop here, they've just been sloppy and have just given the ball away so far. Brazil has really showed dominance in this opening 17 minutes. A little frustrating. Congrats on 4K. We appreciate it, my friends. We're gonna try to get to 5K. 5K in a year on YouTube was the goal. We have a K to go, and only like a month and a bit to do so. It's extraordinary, yes, but I think we can do it. Because Max Kruse and Dani Alves are definitely not U23. Yeah, it's a U23/U24 team because, like I said, it was supposed to happen last year. So most of the players were born in 1997, which means they're 24, with 3 overagers. Arnold, Amari, and Max Kruse are the 3 for Germany. But I remember getting gassed when the Indian U20 side defeated the Argentine U20 side, and all we have done since is bottle matches against Afghanistan. Yeah. But, you know, it's a countries, depending where you are, it makes it interesting to support your national team. I mean, Canada has not had a great run in my life, and it's starting to pick it back up. So I know Indian fans out there are desperate to see some success at international level, but definitely two teams we're watching right now have not struggled whatsoever for success at the national level. Germany and Brazil, 2 massive nations around the footballing league. But in today's match, unfortunately for Germany, it's looking like Germany is going to have the majority of possession and chances today. Germany just look a little disjointed at the top, as Dani Alves is having some fun there to find Anthony. But another player for any Dortmund fans out there to keep an eye on is Anthony today from Ajax. It looks like Liam Bailey will not be coming to Borussia Dortmund. So that opens the door for some other players to try to impress, and hopefully Anthony could be one of those players. Does SM1 show why, by the way, football already started if tomorrow for the official Olympic start is? I'm not sure what you're asking, my man, but yes, the Olympics has started. It started today. I mean, the women's game started yesterday. But it's 1 month. It will be 1 year since you started your channel, and I started watching. Congratulations. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate the kind words. Yes, my goal in 1 year was to get a 5K in 1 year. So we are slowly getting there. We are slowly getting there. We have a month to pull off a an impressive 1K, but I thought tomorrow was the official Olympic start. I'm not 100% sure when the official start is, but for the football, it was today. But we have a corner kick coming in, and it's Richarlison. And just like that, man, Brazil is showing why they are going to be one of the favorites going into this tournament. Absolutely crazy. They look so good out there, man. This is such a good looking squad. It was a bullet of a header, man. So that, just like that, it is 2-0 Brazil, and they're having fun with it right now, man. Germany does not look like they're up to the pace, as they have quite the celebration on them today. But damn, I don't know. As a neutral, I was expecting a little bit more of an event today, but I mean, that was a beautiful ball to stretch the back line. Poor marking. Richarlison comes in completely unaware. A bullet header in the back of the net. It was a beautiful ball, though. Puts it right on the head of Richarlison, wearing the number 10. Making things very difficult for Germany today. And like that, it's... Well... Germany, you got your work cut out for you today, man. Brazil is just killing them. Brazil looks incredible right now, man. Absolutely incredible. I think Germany need to be careful. This thing could get ugly very quickly. They are playing by far like the better squad. And 5-1 was my prediction for Brazil. Well, you're looking pretty on deck. 22 minutes in, it's 2-0 for Brazil. And the big issue with me with Germany is that they've just simply been sloppy. They've turned over balls. Any sense of urgency that they had, I don't know, man. It looks tough. I put Brazil as my favorites in the prediction for my Olympic predictions, and you know, a little nerve wracking. But all right, see how we got the live ticker. The live ticker should be better now. I'm changing my prediction to 7-1. 7-1 prediction. I can see it. 5-1 was your prediction. 7-1. It's just it's been a struggle. I don't know. Like, I mean, going into the tournament, like I said, Brazil, and just like the Mexican squad, but I mean, Brazil is usually one of the favorites, as is Mexico, but this Brazilian squad has just got talent blossomed all over the pitch. They got incredibly gifted amount of players. Richarlison, Antony, Mateus Cunha, and then not even counting the overagers, Diego Carlos is a great center back. Oh no, it was their keeper. Santos is their others. Yeah, so Richarlison and Douglas Luiz are not overagers. Their three overagers is their keeper, Santos, along with Diego Carlos, the center back from Sevilla, and of course Dani Alves. So those are the three overagers for Brazil. But if you guys are just joining us, be sure to drop a like. If you're a German supporter, I mean, the like is going to be not the best, but I appreciate it, guys. We hit 4K today, so huge shout out to you guys. I appreciate all the support so far, and if you're just joining us, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. You can feel free to put in a prediction, but I think we all know the way that this match is going right now. Oh, there's a little chance here for Germany. It is Amari coming in. But it's a poor hit in the end, and collected very nicely there from Santos. Yeah, I think Brazil might get gold again. I put them gold, but in an embarrassing effort for me, I also put France as silver medalists. I just thought Gignac and Florian Thauvin were gonna have big tournaments. Still a talented, well-rounded. Oh, is that a card? Richarlison got taken down. I don't think he was in on goal or anything like that, so it's probably gonna be a yellow. Who is the three medalists for this tournament? My prediction was my prediction was Brazil for gold, which I feel good about. I put France as silver. I thought the Liga MX boys would show up today, but they got pumped 4-1. And then I believe I had Spain or Germany as bronze. I can't remember. I think I had Germany as bronze. So Germany and France don't look good so far in the tournament. France got handled by Mexico very easily. And on top of that, we know how Germany's playing today. So some of the favorites, in my opinion, have struggled quite a bit. But Manchester United, my boy. Hey, bro, how you doing? Let me know where you guys are watching from too, guys. Let me know where you're watching from in the chat. I feel like Olympic football would be a good opportunity to get a lot of viewers from across the world. So let me know where you're watching from. Drop a flag in the chat. For those of you guys who aren't familiar with me and are just joining, I'm watching from Canada. Which, pretty fun. Always fun to watch from Canada. Come on. Oh, our live tracker. Corner kick coming in. I am from Serbia. Haha, keeping an eye on Milan Borjan. Have you watched BBB training video? Kamara, the new signing, looks pretty good. He does look pretty good, man. He does look pretty good. A lot of people are pretty hyped up about this kid. We were told the initial reports, and once again another sloppy ball from Germany. Just no cohesion, no chemistry whatsoever going on with this German squad right now. It is quite frustrating. But yeah, Kamara looks really good. Kamara looks really good. I still don't think he'll have the big minutes up with the main squad, but we'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. Gignac and Thauvin play in Liga MX, so we can see how the Mexicans are able to read them. That is true. I don't think Florian Thauvin has played a whole bunch of games for the Liga MX side, Tigres, quite yet, but I mean, Gignac has been there for a long, long time. Very, very experienced. But I believe he scored a penalty earlier today. But besides that, it looked like a struggle for the teams today. But we have a free kick coming in here from the German skipper, Maximilian Arnold, who is definitely very dangerous at set-piece situations. We're familiar, a lot of us would be familiar with him from his time with Wolfsburg right now. But Brazil makes it 3-0, man. Oh. And it came from a corner. Or it came from a set piece. Like, it came from a dangerous German set piece. I mean, Arnold had an opportunity to whip a dangerous ball into the box. It was a poor ball, to be fair. And then Brazil have to break out. I mean, in a matter of minutes, it can go from a dangerous set piece for Germany, which could have made it 2-1, and it was defended very easily. And it started all the way from the back, from Santos, and just got watch on the replay, the passing ability. This came right from the back. It was a nice little well-worked ball to kick it out to Cunha, who walked it through a few German players, took a look, found open space on the left-hand side, and then an absolute gorgeous finish from Richarlison. It's too easy, man. Germany and France are getting embarrassed today. Oh, man. Tip, if you fall asleep and drink a gallon of water, you'll want to go to bed. I think that's fair. Watching from Malta, watching from Germany, watching from the United States, watching from Great Britain, watching from Serbia. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Watching from India. A lot of you guys watching all over the world today. As you're watching Richarlison absolutely rip Germany apart, man. Ugh. This Brazilian squad looks incredible. I feel good putting them first. I mean, I predicted them to win. But, yeah. Can we all agree that Liga MX on average is better than Ligue 1? Not to mention that 2 starters from French team play in Liga MX. I mean, it's a great league. I wouldn't personally say it's better than Ligue 1. But, I mean, it is a very good league. It's the best North American league. I'm not sure exactly how high I would put it from around the world, but I think the top 5 leagues are pretty clear, from Liga to the Prem, Bundesliga, Serie A, and La Liga. Yo, Josh, can you host a football quiz on your Discord for members? It could be a good video. I can. I think that'd be a good video. Someone else told me also I should do a meme reaction video, which I really did like that idea. I'm not sure if that was you, my man, or who it was. But yeah, I will start trying to use Discord a little more. But it is 3-0 Brazil right now. A Richarlison hat-trick. This game has been absolutely dominated by Brazil. Oh, man. I'm kind of glad the U.S. didn't qualify because it saved me a lot of sleep. Logan, cheers, my man. Yeah, it would have been hard to wake up. I mean, a lot of the games that I would have wanted to maybe do happened at 3 in the morning my time, so it'll be a struggle for me to be able to watch a lot of the games. This game happened at 7:30, so I mean, Germany, Brazil, I felt obligated to do it, so I got my butt out of bed, and we're here to watch Brazil apparently absolutely destroy Germany, and it hasn't been close. The way that this match has been going has been easily dominated by Brazil. I don't know if it's because of the first game of the tournament or what it is, but in my opinion, this German squad looks lost. They look completely all over the place. They've been sloppy in attack. They've defended poorly. And Brazil, this team is played together. If you guys are familiar with the Tolian tournament that is hosted in France, a lot of these players played in that tournament, in a tournament which they dominated pretty handily. There is a good chunk of chemistry. Some of these guys play for the national squad as well. It's not looking good for other nations in this tournament right now, man. But 7-1 revenge coming. Yeah, apparently, man. Apparently. I don't know. I see them scoring 4. Man, this looks like a 5-0 game in my opinion. The Germans are a step behind. Did you see Borjan's saves yesterday? I did not. I wasn't able to watch that match, but another nice ball coming in here. Richarlison, is he going for 4? No, he's not. Out for a corner. I just realized the Spain U23 is almost the same team they used in the Euros. The only difference is 2 midfielders in Morata, and they still play 0-0 against Egypt. That is true. Going into the tournament, I didn't quite really realize how impressive that Spain squad is. But for those of you guys who don't know, I mean, Unai Simon is between the sticks. They have Dani Olmo. They have Garcia. They have Pau Torres. They have an incredible side. Their 3 overagers are all actually pretty young too. It's Marco Asensio. It's Danny Carvajal and Marino. I think all 3 are actually 20, like the year over. They're all 96s. Report from One Football is Real Madrid is targeting Haaland or Lewandowski. I don't think Lewandowski is leaving anywhere, guys. You guys know my opinion on that, so I don't know. I don't see it. I see, if anything, Mbappe is the team that they may be going for. But if you guys are just tuning in today, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. A lot of love to you guys today after we just blew by 4,000 subscribers as we watch the Germans get pretty easily run over today by this Brazilian squad. Which, I mean, to be fair, it's been fun to watch. I mean, my background's from Germany, so you guys know I'm cheering for Germany, but it's just they're cut below right now. This German side looks completely all over the place. It looks like a bunch of players who are playing together for the first time. This Brazilian squad looks like a club squad, man. It looks like a team that is just so used to each other. But yeah, it is a cool thing about this tournament is that it could be absolutely all over the place. You don't know what to expect. The fact that France lost 4-1 handily to Mexico today was a surprise. As we just talked about, a very strong Spanish squad drew today against Egypt, a surprise. Not that this Brazil result in terms of 3 points would be a surprise, but the way that the game is going on is quite embarrassing so far. But Mexico game started at 3 a.m. for me in Houston, and you got up for it, my man. Kudos to you. Kudos to you for getting up. Obviously, Canada isn't in the tournament, but depending on when the finals of the women's game may be, and if Canada's in it, I might do that one. Show some Canadian love. But Arnold picked up a yellow card there, as the Germans are really struggling today. Just started to watch the stream because I was working out for an hour. Cheers, my man. Hope you're doing well. Richarlison is down right now, which isn't good looks for the Brazilian squad, considering the fact he scored a hat-trick already. So an excellent start to a tournament for Richarlison. But so hopefully he's okay, man. Don't want to see his tournament get cut down too early after netting a hat-trick. Amari is not a winger. No, he's not, man. He's a 8 or he's a 10. I don't know why he's playing up on the left wing. He's done almost nothing with the match so far. Little annoying, man. Little annoying. Nathan says, what's up, Josh? Not too much, my man. Enjoying a domination of Brazil so far. Hope you guys are doing well, though. Richarlison does look like he'll be all right, though. So that's good for the Brazilians. Filippo would be pretty happy with this match so far. Man, Aston Villa already spent 40 million. They did, man. Aston Villa is linked to Leon Bailey. I think actually someone asked that question earlier in the chat. I didn't get to it, but it does look like we're not going to be able to pull off a signing for Leon Bailey. Borussia Dortmund will be pretty much ruled out at about 30 mil, and Aston Villa is looking to sign him. So they have more money. If they want it to happen, it can. Will a lot of the Olympic Games be that early? Yes. The Olympic Games will, for Eastern time, where I'm from right now, for example, it's 8:08 in the morning. The Olympic Games will be starting between 3 a.m. kickoff to 7:30 kickoff. So I got out of bed and did a watch along with you guys for the 7:30 kickoff, because why not? It's a beautiful looking game with Brazil and Germany. And like I said, I love the Olympics. I don't know why. I've watched the Olympics my entire life. I have so much fun watching them. It's such a unique tournament. And national pride's always at store. It sucks that Canada isn't in it, but I don't know, it's fun, man. It's fun. As we get to see some of the German players head the other way and win themselves a corner. It's definitely worth the 4-1 victory, even though I woke up naturally at 1:30. I'm digging it, man. Yeah, if you're a Mexican supporter, why not wake up that early and go for it? Why not? But Dani Alves does well there to win us a corner. Hey, JD is here. Says dedicated. JD, I'm not quite as dedicated as you are. You've woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch the Suriname match. So dedication props to you. It is kind of early in Canada. I had to wake up at 7, but it's been worth it. But smash the like button. It's always appreciated, guys. And if you're new or around here, be sure to subscribe. You guys just helped us hit 4K, and it's definitely appreciated. But Germany's got a corner. Let's see if they can do something with it with about 5 or so minutes to halftime. It's Amari. It's out for, once again, another corner. BVB are already spending more money, and I feel like 2 years they can spend 60 million on a player. We're getting rich, baby. You think Dortmund's getting rich? I think it'll be iffy. I'm hoping in a few years' time we'll see transfers from 30 go up to the 50 mark, but another corner coming in from Amari does very well and defended from the Brazilians. And this is where you got to see the dangers come in, man. It takes literally takes like 2 seconds for this Brazilian squad to be defending, transition into attack, and counter with with some real pace. Always got to watch the Olympics. We'd love to see the US U23 play in this. Yeah, it would have been tough for Filippo having to get his butt out of bed at like 3 in the morning. It is an issue when it's held in Asia. It's just like for us North American viewers to watch the game early, but I like the way they at least spread it out. I'm able to actually watch a game, which is quite nice. I was quite nervous that I wouldn't really be able to. But we got a free kick coming in from Arnold. Once again, if Germany is to develop anything right now, it's going to have to be from a free kick. Arnold is a free kick specialist, but it was cleared out once again. How many of y'all have actually slept? a few people in the chat have actually stayed awake. So I mean, huge shout out to you guys who have been up all night watching the Olympic game. Let me know, guys. Let me know if you guys have stayed up pretty much all night. If you're a Mexican viewer, I'm assuming you stayed up to watch that match and you got your breath taken away. 4-1, absolute domination of the France squad, man. And I think Isaiah has been up pretty late as well. The Brazilian league is in turmoil because the big clubs are planning to make a Brazilian Super League. Huh. I mean, if some of the big Brazilian leagues clubs have been relegated. So, I mean, maybe that is to take away the scare. And you guys know my thoughts on it. I'm never a fan of Super Leagues no matter what. It takes away the competition. But I know Brazilian league has struggled for money before COVID, so I can't imagine what it's like with COVID. And some of the big, some massive historical clubs in Germany are playing in the second division right now. So that's very interesting to read. But once again, man, every time I think there's going to be a nice break from Germany, they give the ball away. This has been a sloppy match. And to be fair, this is the first match of a tournament with players that aren't used to playing together. The Brazilian team has more experience playing together than this German squad does. But even in their defense, I mean, a lot of these players in the German squad won the U21 Euros. So I am a little confused as why they've come out so flat, why they've been so disjointed. The passing has been atrocious. Germany have really struggled today. And I'd like to see them try to get a little bit of legs under them today to make this match a little bit more entertaining. Couldn't sleep, so I watched Spain, Egypt, France, Germany. Pretty fun games to watch. Nathan, you've had an all-nighter, man. Cheers to you. I have slept because it's 5:41 p.m. in India. Totally fair. Bro, Serbia, it's 2:30. Well, not bad. Haven't slept, JD, and found out the Olympics were on, so I've been watching that. It's fun, man. So you guys out there who watched that Mexico-France game, give me a nice summary of it. Because, I mean, I want to watch those highlights ASAP. But was it just complete domination? Was France unlucky? Let me know. Because, I mean, I see a 4-1 result from Mexico. It looks like they just absolutely ran them over. Now, I believe that the Mexican squad has more experience playing with one another than the French squad did, but I'm curious for you guys who actually watched the game, is the scoreline reflective of the game? Was it a 4-1 game? US or Mexico, who has the edge in CONCACAF in your opinion? For the rest of the Gold Cup, I think Mexico is still the favorites. I think the US has surprised me a lot more than I thought, but to be fair, I mean, that U.S. squad got dominated by Canada, and we were very unlucky not to win against them. They held on for dear life, couple questionable calls, and relatively poor finishing. But I mean, Filippo and Pete talked about it a lot. I mean, they got lucky. We probably should have won. Our two best strikers went down. So I don't know. I mean, it's impressive that the U.S. pulled off a win like that. I'm curious to see what they can do against Jamaica. But I think in the tournament, the best team by still in a complete, well-rounded squad from top to bottom is Mexico. So that's who I'm assuming should probably go pretty deep. But we're going into extra time here in the first half. I heart watching some exciting young players as well as great veterans like Dani Alves. Dani Alves says he was very nervous for this tournament, man. He was very nervous. He's excited to represent his country once again. We know how many caps he's pulled off for oh man. This is getting embarrassing at this point. I hope Richarlison takes it. Why not, man? Get a record. That's got to be some sort of record. You score 4 goals in the first half like this. Oh. It was a free kick coming up from Anthony and Dani Alves over it. And Dani Alves was the one actually to take it. And the penalty was given almost immediately. Oh man. This is just insane. this German squad is falling apart. Henrich is not impressed. He's complaining to the ref, but the ref pointed it immediately. It is a penalty coming up to Brazil. I want Richarlison to take it. It was Luis, I believe, who headed it onto the arm, and a penalty is awarded, and it's Matthias Cunha. I don't want to see Cunha take it. I don't know why he's taking it. Why not let Richarlison take it, man? Let them go for your 4th goal of the game. But it looks to be Matthias Cunha. The number 9 for Brazil, Matthias Cunha, coming for the penalty. Well, I hope they save it to make the game a little bit more interesting. Let's see what Muller can do. If it was Richarlison, I wish he would have scored, but for Cunha, I hope he misses, just to keep it, you know, a respectable 3-0 scoreline. But it is Matthias Cunha. He looks a little bit nervous, going for his first of the tournament, up against Florian Muller. Come on, Muller. Make a save. Make a save. We're minute 40 in. It is Cunha. Oh! Huge save by Muller. There we go. All right. All right. So the game's still on, man. Game's still on. We want 4. Penalty miss. Richarlison ain't taking it. I don't know. I mean, if I was Richarlison, I would have asked to take it. Why not? You've scored a hat-trick. Why not get your... it doesn't make any sense to me. But, I mean, obviously, Cunha is the penalty taker, but was saved pretty handily, though. Damn. Do you know a player by the name of Dragan Dezac? I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. I probably butchered it, but obviously if I don't know his name, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the player, but let me know where he's from. I'm assuming Serbia, but yeah, I'm not totally sure. But damn. All right. Well, it is still 3-0. It is still 3-0 right now, going almost at halftime, and halftime has just went. So wow, we'll get to the chat. 3-0, guys. Let me know what your opinion was on that first half. Let me know what your guys' opinion were on that first half, because for me, you know, that was an absolute domination for Brazil. I thought Germany were poor. I thought they were sloppy. I thought there was no cohesion, chemistry in the team. Every chance that Germany had going towards the Brazilian squad, they found a way to butcher it. They found a way to turn the ball over, to kill their own chances. And Germany just looked, like I said, a team that has played together for the first time. And for Brazil, it's second nature to them, man. They are always competitors at this tournament. They looked very, very well. And with it, they are dominating the game right now. They're up 3-0, cruising into the second half. So, you know. But JD says that, yes, I believe Mexico is the best team. Canada did something in that game. They might still surprise some people. I hope Canada could, but without Kyle Larin and even Akinola, it's going to be hard. We're going to have to hope Cavallini can be a big game changer or not. I don't always have the time to watch young players like Anthony on a regular basis, so Olympics is the opportunity to watch them. Yeah, and like you guys know, that's why we're here doing this stream, man. I've always had a big love for the Olympic football. Always entertaining, and this is why. Watching France get run over by Mexico 4-1, watching Germany being annihilated right now from Brazil 3-0, and you get to see some young talent. I'm mostly watching the Brazilian young talents because the Germans have been struggling today. Canada did dominate. They did. They deserved to win after the opening 30, but it was tough. Yo, Josh, I posted the script of the Dortmund documentary on your Discord. Have you read it? I've not read it yet, my man, but I will go on there today, and I read the first little bit, but then you kept adding to it, so I'll read the most up-to-date one. He was awarded the best left wing of all time. I'm assuming he's Serbian then? I don't see Bailey coming, but we're linked with Belardi. I would take Belardi in a heartbeat, man. He'd be a good player to bring in for probably 4 or 5 years. But yeah, I'm starting to see Bailey not come in as well. But Mullen may be announced today, guys. Mullen may be announced today. Isaiah says Brazilian domination. I think that's pretty much as easy. If I was going to give him a rating out of 10, I would give I'd probably give Brazil like a 9.5, man. They were so good. And I'd give Brazil like a 4. I'd give Germany like a 4. They were horrible. Mexico is the best team left with Qatar based on performance. Count them out, US and Canada. Yep, I agree with that. JD, I think Qatar is going to be an interesting one. Brazil could be 5-0. It could be. They have run rampant on Germany today. I'm still low-key mad that Richarlison didn't go for his 4th of the tournament, but I don't know. That 7-1 result flipped right now is looking pretty likely. Jason Karas for president. Olympics better than the 2021 Copa America. I like it. And guys, we have over 100 people in the chat, so if you're just joining us, be sure to drop a like, be sure to subscribe, and let me know if you're a new subscriber around here, guys. We just broke 4K. I really appreciate all the support, and we're enjoying a domination effect right now for the Brazilians. But underage football sometimes is very interesting, like how we got dumped out by Derby County. Yeah, it is true, and I think a big task for the Germans today was trying to hit the ground running against a team that you know is probably going to be very hard to play against. And it just wasn't happening, man. Yeah, he is Serbian. Brazil 7, Germany 0. By the way, I finished the scripts and the audio. I'll upload it. Looking forward to it, my man. Brazil is getting revenge for the 2014 World Cup. They are. And talking to Brazilians, it was one of the most humiliating days of their history. It was. It was not a good day for the country, not let alone just football fans, when Brazil lost 7-1 at home in the semifinals to Germany. So don't think by any stretch that this is in the back of their mind. Now, they got really their revenge against Germany in the last Olympics, where they won in a penalty shootout. Neymar, you saw him cry, you saw how the excitement, but they're still going to go at Germany, man. That is a big schmear on the history and prestigeness of this German national squad, no matter if it's at the Olympics or what level it's at. So when Germany and Brazil take on each other, always believe that Brazil is going to try to hammer them. And that's exactly what's going on right now. And it's not overly surprising to see because, I mean, going into the tournament, looking at this Brazilian squad, I didn't see a squad that could compete. But it depends if they can put it together on the park or not. And guess what? They are. Pez or FIFA? FIFA for me, my man. He was awarded the worst left wing of all time. I am from the Netherlands, but I watch more Bundesliga than the Eredivisie. I think that's fair. I mean, great league. And if you wanted to go from the Netherlands to Germany to watch a match, you can. I went to Netherlands to visit there, and I took a train over to Germany. It was relatively close, so I could definitely see that, my man. Brazil. Apparently, according to Brazilians, it was the worst when they bottled their league against Uruguay. Yeah, I have some Brazilian friends as well. A couple old co-workers of mine were Brazilian, and I just grilled them with questions to ask them what it was like to be in the country, because they were living in Brazil at the time when they lost 7-1 to Germany, and hearing some of the stories was incredible. So, yeah, I still believe Brazil's got a little grit between their teeth when they go up against the Germans. And right now they're showing it, because this game is not even close. They've dominated from head to toe. Anytime Filippo mentions rude Canadians, he just mentions that Brazil lost. I mean, it's an inside joke. Filippo's not actually calling me rude. He may be calling some other Canadians rude, but he makes the joke with me. But hey, Josh, how Brazil would have done in the Euros? How this Brazil or how the actual Brazilian team would have done in the Euros? They would have competed. If you would have sent the actual Brazilian team, just no different than the World Cup, man. Brazil is an incredible footballing nation. In the Euros, they would have probably, in my opinion, would have won it. Or at least competed. My team legit appointed a coach whose nickname is Bozo. I like that, man. I like that. I haven't watched the Eredivisie since Des was playing at Ajax. I like to watch the odd PSV game for my boy Mullen, who now that he's not there, I don't know how many I will watch this season, but also Mario Götze. Mario Götze and PSV dominated in Champions League qualification as they took down Galatasaray 4-1. Yo, Josh, Pez is going free to play this year. Also, they renamed it eFootball. Okay, well that's interesting, man. Maybe we get into Pez. Maybe we throw it up. What series could I do with Pez? Let me know, guys. If we're gonna stream a little bit more on Twitch, is there any series with Pez that I could do if they're gonna make it for free? I don't know. Did they have something like Ultimate Team or a career mode? But I could get into that, man. I could get down with some free games. Why not? Argentina is losing against Australia right now. Yeah, and that is. I mean, I don't know how surprising that is. I'm gonna bring up the scores right now to take a look. We'll go through the scores quickly today. I mean, Mexico beating France earlier today. It's a surprise. There are some good players in that Mexican squad. Diego Lainez is one. Vega is one. Cordova is one. 3 players that stood out to me in Olympic qualifying. But Gignac, Florian Thauvin, those are supposed to be big players, man. But other than that, the French team doesn't look as strong as I was remembering it to be. Japan is on a 0-0 draw right now with South Africa. There's not a ton of players on the African squad I know. I thought Lyle Foster would have been one of them, but I don't believe he's on here. There's a few good on the Japanese squad. I'd expect Japan to win this match today. Looking at New Zealand versus South Korea, I thought that was a bit of a surprise. But Chris Woods steps up, the overage man, to smash one by. But got 139 of you guys chilling in here, man. Be sure to drop a like. Subscribe if you guys are new. Helping me so much right now, getting over 4K. I appreciate all of it as we are just going through the day's games earlier. But here's a bit of a surprising one. I thought Honduras was going to have a good tournament. And seeing Romania, who someone in the chat earlier today said that Romania, 1, doesn't have any of their overage players, and 2, they don't have any of the talented youngsters that they were expecting to have. So, I mean, huge kudos to them because Honduras, again, for CONCACAF nations, like to take this tournament very seriously. So I would expect Honduras to do better than Romania. But right now, 71 minutes in, Romania has a 1-0 lead. So that surprised me a little bit. And then in this group, man, wide open. I can't believe it. Egypt drew against this Spain squad. And if you guys go to the starting 11 on this Spain squad, with Pedri in there, the 2 center backs in Garcia, Torres, Unai, Simon, and Menguesa, who got injured early on, Asensio, Moreno, Calvejon. It is a good squad. Dani Olmo as well. Even from the bench, seeing Brian Gill come on, Carlos Solar. This is a stacked Spain squad, man, and they didn't even break it past the Egyptians. And Argentina lost 2-0 to Australia. Another upset. I mean, Ezequiel Barco is on that squad. But other than that, I mean, to me, it doesn't scream success. I believe Argentina only has one overager, and it's their keeper. So, a little bit surprising. Where Australia, I mean, they have Michael Duke, a player I'm familiar with. Joel King I'm familiar with. But, I mean, arguably this should have been a good result for Argentina. So, these are all over the place, man, these score lines. Ivory Coast won today, which not a surprise for me. And then, of course, in the game we're watching today, Germany-Brazil, it could have been 4 or 5-0. It really could have been. But this is why Olympic football is fun, man. It's why I really enjoy covering it. I'm excited to be here with you guys. And just like that, it's been an interesting first day for men's football here at the Olympics. I agree that the physique is better, but they're still great. You would have watched Madueke now. I would. I personally don't see Madueke coming to Dortmund. I see him having a good year coming up for PSV, and then depending on how his development goes, Dortmund could still be an option, but it wouldn't surprise me if they wouldn't. Brazil would have won or would have been in the Euro final. They probably beat Italy since Italy keep bottling chances and Brazil has a defense. Dortmund career mode using option files. I'm gonna have to do some updates on PES. I haven't played PES since 2006, man. But yeah, Argentina lost earlier today. Please don't stream on Twitch. I want to find a way to separate gaming content from actual content. So if I am going to stream video games, I'm going to do it through Twitch. I know it's not, a lot of people would prefer it to stay on YouTube, but I want to find just a platform to put it a little bit differently, but I'm still up in the air on that. Also, Brazil have more people that can score. Yes, they do. Yeah, a career mode is called Master League. My club is similar to Ultimate Team. Interesting. The U.S. men's national team roster on PES doesn't have a single U.S. men's national team player. PES is a cool game. You guys are talking up PES pretty well. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Anyone who's played PES versus FIFA, give it a greater than, less than, or give it just a rating. I don't know. I haven't played PES in a long time. If you download PES, you can play more, become a legend, and create a player and become a legend. Some interesting facts. We got a Brazilian in the chat who's probably just enjoying his time today watching the Germans run down, watching the Brazilians run down the Germans today. Why doesn't Germany have any known good players on other teams like Baku or Florian Wirtz or Musala? So, guys, if you're not familiar with the way that the Olympics work, clubs have the right to reject players going to the Olympics. So, for example, the Gold Cup does not. So I'll use the example of Alvarez, who's playing right now the Gold Cup for Mexico. So the Mexican squad takes the Olympics very seriously. They definitely do. This is a tournament that they love to showcase how talented Mexico is, even CONCACAF sides in general. So they wanted Alvarez to go to the Olympics. He is within the age restraints, but when it comes to Olympic football, the clubs have a right to reject. So if you're Ajax and you're taking a look, the Olympics go longer than the Gold Cup. So knowing the fact that he's going to go to one of the two tournaments, Ajax rejected him going to the Olympics, so he was not able to represent Mexico at the Olympics. So then he just went to the Gold Cup. And Mexico doesn't have, Ajax doesn't have a choice. He's 100% allowed to represent Mexico at the Gold Cup. So that's how it works. So, for example, some of the reasons why you don't see a Baku or you don't see a Florian Wirtz is because the club or maybe even the players rejected the opportunity. And there was a rumor that one of the overage players was going to be Mo Dahoud or Julian Brandt. And unfortunately, I just blew a light, which is annoying. I'm not going to fix it because I don't have the willpower. But we just got a little darker. We just got a little darker here. But yeah, so the main reason that you won't see Dahoud or Brandt is because they would have rejected it themselves, or they would have had their clubs reject it. So that was a big rumor that Dahoud or Brandt was going to represent us at the Olympics, but the clubs have the opportunity to reject it. And also, if you're competing, like in the case of Brandt and Dahoud for Germany, they want to come and impress a new coach. That's exactly what they want to do. And unfortunately, for German Olympic squad, they decided it's more important to fight for a starting spot than it is to fight for a Olympic spot. But look at the Brazilians popping into the chat. Damn, why are we up so early? Olympic football, baby. But look at the Brazilians watching their country do them proud right now, man. Be sure to drop a like if you're just joining us. Subscribe if you're new. I don't know what the goal is for today. I think I'm over a good chunk over 4K, but I appreciate the support. Isaiah says PES is trash. But we are back underway here in the second half, guys. I'll get the live ticker to come back on for you guys. All right. Live ticker's back up on play. We are good to go. To watch the second half here, 3-0 for the Brazilians. It has been a pretty easy affair so far, man. PES is more realistic than FIFA. A lot of Brazilians saying hello. Yo, Josh, do you know how to get the 1997 Champions League footage, including group, quarterfinals, and semis? I do not. I do not. I was thinking of doing. Give me 1 second. I need to unplug something. I don't know what it is about that light, but it gets so hot, and then it looks like it's going to burst. And I was smelling it, and I was just not in the mood to burn down my house, so I had to go fix it. So sorry about that, guys. But you can reach out on YouTube to go find someone who has the footage, and then if they give you permission to use it, you'll be able to. But other than that, you may get copyright strikes. So if you're not looking to make money on it, which I don't know if you'd be able to anyways, but you can probably just grab it. Unless you have a monetized YouTube channel, then other than that, you should be fine. Football Manager better than PES. Germany didn't really allow any of their Euro winning players to go to the Olympics and see how Germany are getting destroyed. Yeah, I mean, they were able to put together a squad of basically what they had. And unfortunately, it's just a team that's not quite up to it. This has been a steamrolled of a type of match. They didn't get the overagers that they wanted. They didn't get even really the U23s that they wanted. I think it's going to be an interesting tournament for Germany. I was expecting a little bit more out of them. But to be fair, they're playing probably the tournament favorites right away. So not the easiest game to get started with. Only pace matters in FIFA. That's true. FIFA 15 was the last good FIFA. FIFA is better than PES. It's football, not soccer. Oh, we got a good split between American viewers and the rest of the world. So the S word is used from time to time. What is Madden? PES is too realistic to be fun. FIFA is just glitchy at the point, like really had to nerve the Champions League license as a feature. PES equals too robotic. FIFA equals trash gameplay. Well, what do you guys want? Okay, then what do you guys want to see this upcoming year? If I was to do gaming content of one of FIFA or PES, just put it in the chat. Which one would you like to see? FIFA or PES? Because, I mean, the fact that it's free now, I think that's hilarious. And someone explain to me why it's free. Why is PES just giving their games away for free right now? Germany's performance is very bad. A lot of blunders. It is. If I was going to sum up their performance, it would be sloppy. It would be lazy. It's just a bunch of players kind of playing for the first time. And it's a little frustrating to watch. Germany doesn't have any good players, all because of Bundesliga threats. Well, and that's the thing. But, I mean, you don't have to be released. If you ask a player to go and the club doesn't want them to, they can reject it. Now, if you had a player who really pushed for it and said, listen, I really, really want to go. This is a dream of mine. I want to go to the Olympics. Maybe there's an opportunity. I mean, Arnold obviously one who decided that it'd be worth going instead of doing preseason with Wolfsburg. It's sometimes hard, but it's definitely not the squad that they definitely wanted. A player like Anthony does not even get a sniff at the men's team. Smash the like button or else I'm going to come over and give you a scorpion kick. Cheers, JD. Hit the like button or to avoid, a kick. But Atalanta wouldn't be available on FIFA. Atalanta's not available on FIFA? That's weird. PES, FIFA, PES. It's more, you guys are closer than I thought. I always thought FIFA was just way more popular than PES. Because this year's PES version is literally the mobile version portable on consoles and PC. Wow, PES is making a claim for it, eh? Inflate the like button until it's blue, or I'll roadhouse kick you. But Isaiah's not giving up on FIFA. Yeah, and I don't know. I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if PES did. I mean, it's hard because it's free. I mean, if they want to compete, but it's just like, where's the revenue coming in? Unless it's coming through gameplay ads, kind of similar to buying packs. I don't know. I don't see where the model's coming from. What a little back touch. But, good block. Germans don't play quality. They are like rushing, no attack. No, they're very disjointed out there. It's something that we've noticed almost immediately with this match is their attacks half the time has been basically lost by themselves. Sloppy passing, not getting open. I mean, they're also not even playing to their strength. I mean, no offense to Max Kruse is that he's playing as like a false 9 right now, but he's playing more up the pitch as a striker. He's better as a cam. This is to me, this is a team that screams a 4-2-3-1 as two German defenders run into each other and allow Richarlison to go in. But it's just sloppy. And Amari's playing out on the wings. He's much better through the middle. It's just frustrating. It really is. I don't know exactly how they're going to do it, but they need to switch something up here. Germans don't have play quality. They're rushing their attacks. Oh, another good look there, but a nice save by Florian Müller. I play FIFA because it has more in-game contents like SBC, draft, more excitement on transfer, the best manager mode ever. Yeah, I've never played PES, so I mean, there you go. I played FIFA for Ultimate Team, but with the channel, I don't have time to do it, so I play with, I did our career mode, which again, I still struggle for time to try to get it in. So I want to be more consistent this upcoming season with streaming on Twitch as well. So I'm debating now on PES or FIFA. So, FIFA all the way. I think there are Russian spies at the Olympics. Interesting. Russian spies. I'm starving though. I'm excited to eat after this. There's still a good chunk of time left in this match. See if Germany can do anything with this game. Benjamin Hendrich does very well along the side. A nice ball over to Arnold. And here's a first little look to see what Germany can do on an attack. Oh, and it seems like such an easy pass to make, man. They found room, they checked back, and it's just a poor ball once again, and they're literally just hurting themselves. What will your breakfast be? Waffles, man. I got some waffles that are just ready to come in. Why wouldn't you stream on YouTube? Does Twitch offer more perks than YouTube? I honestly don't know. A lot of people are under the assumption that Twitch is dying. Well, maybe not dying, but not very easy to break in if you don't already have a following. Now, I mean, I've heard from you guys that a lot of you guys don't want me to stream on Twitch, but a lot of you guys don't really care. I don't know. It depends on, I guess, who you ask. I'm open to maybe streaming on YouTube, but I just didn't know if it just kind of went against basically the channel. I don't know. Let me know. If you prefer me to stream on YouTube, let me know. If you prefer me to stream on Twitch, if you don't care. Twitch is not dying. It's very conventional due to the hot tub meta. It's a good chance there by Brazil. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing a hot tub meta. But yes, I'm sorry, and I did not mean it was dying. I'm basically saying if you're one of the best, it's just an opportunity to thrive. I don't know. I haven't done it consistently enough to see how we would do, and to see if you guys wouldn't mind going over to Twitch, because I want to do what you guys want. Nice ball in from Germany. Poorly defended. But yeah, I don't know. The fact that hot tub streams and stripping is now a part of Twitch is just makes it a weird platform to me. I mean, I could always get in a hot tub, strip down, and play a video game if that's what you guys want to see. Josh, hot tub stream incoming. All right, that's a good way to lose a lot of our followers. Here comes Anthony. Cuts it up on the left-hand side. Nice ball. Oh, that was a good little look there from Germany, from Dani Alves. Puts a nice through ball onto Dani Alves. Nice oncoming run, but just wasn't quite good enough. It wasn't quite good enough. 3-0, 55 minutes into this match. And Florian Müller starts. And nice little ball up for the Germans. They need to score soon, or this game is pretty much done and dusted. That's a nice ball. Takes a look. It's blocked. It falls to Amari. Hits it first time. Oh! Kind of an ugly looking goal if you ask me, but it's just like that. It's 3-1. The Germans have fought a way back into it. I'm not really sure how to describe that. It was a nice block. The ball hit. I think he hit it first time. Oh, the goalie should be doing better. Santos moved over. That was a horrible goal to concede, man. Oh man. Damn it, producer T. Josh Hot Tub stream incoming. No. But wow, man. There are a lot of porn stars streaming on Twitch these days. Oh. Well, I'm not gonna be one of them. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it in the community board and I'll ask you guys, what do you want me to see me stream on? Twitch or YouTube? And then PES or FIFA. And then we'll go, man. Then we'll take a look. I'm not overly even familiar with Twitch. Like I've streamed on it a few times, but not consistently enough. But I don't know. It looks like it's a very growing platform in terms of what you can do. But Germany has come back and made it 3-1 on, again, what was a very ugly goal. Santos should have done a lot better. Amari, to be fair, hit it first time. Hit it with a little swivel. Took a nice bounce, but I mean, it was poor. It was poor. It was as simple and easy as that. It should have been a save. And now it gives Germany a lifeline. They still have been playing like crap, but they somehow held on to something here. Angie says that she likes YouTube, not into Twitch too much. The nice thing about Twitch is that you're more up to date when you're streaming video games. There's a nice lag. So if I want to ask you guys things, I gotta wait like 30 seconds plus to do it on YouTube. So if I'm asking you in a career mode who to sign, I gotta sit there for 30 seconds before you guys actually can tell me, where Twitch is more right away. I've noticed that. So it depends on what I'm gonna stream. Well, I don't know. We'll play it by ear. Does the Brazilian men's team have more quality world-class players than Germany's men's team? I would say yes to that answer. I would say yes to that answer as well. Watching Germany in the Euros was quite poor. They have a lot of good talent, but I'd say Brazil would pip Germany in that sense. Minors on Twitch has to be the scariest thing ever. What can I do to make money? Got a Brazilian joining us in the stream. A lot of Brazilian flags. If you guys are watching from Brazil or you're cheering on Brazil, drop in some Brazilian flags. I'm curious to see how many of you guys are tuning in today to watch Brazil have some fun. As another good opportunity comes for the Brazilians, but nicely done there by Florian Müller. But once again, just straight poor. Germany has an opportunity to break out the other way and are just, I don't know, man, they're sloppy about it, but nice ball work on down the side. Brazil comes right on in, but a nice block and collected there, man. I'm a neutral. YouTube is more better live stream platform than Twitch. Well, then maybe we just say screw it to Twitch and just go out all on YouTube if we're doing that. I don't know. I'll have to talk to producer T, see what he thinks. Have you ever been on Omegle, Josh? Maybe when I was like 10. You'd run into some really weird shit over there. But I haven't been on Omegle in probably 12 years, something like that. Is that right? Has Omegle been around that long? I don't know. It's the one where you jump from like place to place. I don't know how to describe it. You have someone, you're watching someone, then you click next, then you're watching somebody else. It's weird. He's upset because he couldn't bring the players he wanted to bring because of the club rejections. He only brought 18 players instead of the allowed 24. Yeah, and I can see that, man. And it makes sense, especially having the success we just found at the U21s. I mean, incredible performance, incredible achievement for Germany to win that U21 Euros, and then not to be able to bring a ton of the players that he wanted to. And again, and no disrespect to any of the overagers because they are decent. I mean, Amari is a solid player, as is Arnold. And, of course, Max Kruse can do it at a specific type of level. But, I mean, he didn't get the options he really wanted. He really didn't. And, unfortunately, this German team isn't as talented as he wanted. And the fact that you said, yeah, I mean, most of the time, for those of you guys who didn't know, you're allowed to usually bring 18 players to the Olympics. It's an 18-man squad. But with COVID, they upped it for 4 more. So it's actually, you can bring up to 22 players in the Olympics. Angie's telling us that Germany only brought 18. It is 22 though, not 24. You can only have 22 at the Olympics. But it's usually 18, so it's a smaller squad. Hey, Josh, just woke up, but still showered up. Or showed up. Well, hopefully, Matty D, you had a good sleep wherever you had a sleep from today. And, yeah, you know, it's early in the morning. I don't blame you. Omegle isn't an app for people under 12. Not from what I remember when I was on it when I was 12. But I used to watch George Benson. He's an impressionist. He was funny. A tough foul on there from Arnold and Dani Alves. It looks like a red card coming in. That is awful. Oh, man. Overage player, one of the most important players, and a skipper of this Olympic squad has just been shown a red card. Oh, that was a tough knee on knee. I think that's a pretty harsh red card. I don't know. What do you guys think? Was that a fair red? I mean, a knee on knee is an ugly collision right there, but I think that's a pretty harsh red card to give up, no? Let me know what you guys think. Or if it was a second yellow. Okay. I thought it was a straight red. I was looking up and saw the red. That makes a little bit more sense. 2 yellows. I mean, yeah, he put his leg out there. He took out Dani Alves. It was a rash challenge. Arnold showed his second yellow. Not a smart card to take. And now one of your best players are out. Your captain is out. And now you have to miss him for the next match, as well as now try to hold off Germany from scoring 4 more on you. That's frustrating. Kuz is an awesome youth trainer. I feel bad for him. I do too. He wasn't properly prepared for this tournament, but it's still gonna be a good experience nonetheless. I mean, to be fair, they are against the tournament favorites, and probably by some distance. This Brazilian team, I don't see another team coming close to them in terms of just the quality around. I'm sure the market values of these players would speak volumes to what this Brazilian team is worth. But the thing that bummed me about the German was the performance. The German performance was poor. I don't know. It just wasn't up to a standard that it needs to be at. We see Malcolm come on right now for Claudinho. The Zenit player, former Barca player, coming on. See what he can do playing from the wing. Romania won. Well, big shout out to Romania for pulling off a victory over Honduras. Not an easy result to do, but I mean that's a kudos to them. But we have Dani Alves coming to whip in a free kick. The Spanish team is the most valuable. Well, actually, maybe that's not surprising. I completely forgot again. I personally think that, I mean, that Spanish squad does look good, but I would take this Brazilian squad over the Spanish squad in a heartbeat. But actually, that does make sense. There is a ton of good players on the Spain squad as well as players who just recently played in the Euros. But thank you for that correction, my man. Who scored for Germany? Amari's scorer. Thank you, White, for keeping us up to date. But yeah, not going to be an easy remaining 30 or so minutes for Germany today, considering the fact that that Arnold took a red. Hopefully it just stays at a relatively presentable game instead of becoming a destruction game. But Twitch will have to pay money and subscribe to write comments, whereas YouTube, you don't have to pay and subscribe for an individual to write a comment. That is true. That is true. It depends on how popular you are. If you just start right away, you don't have to, you can comment and it doesn't cost anything, and you can follow people, it doesn't cost anything. You can subscribe for free through Amazon Prime. But usually popular Twitch streamers don't allow you to comment unless you're subscribed. And yeah, I mean, you can only subscribe to one person with Amazon Prime. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely, I feel like it's a lot more user friendly if you are on YouTube. So I don't know. Like I said, I'll talk to Producer T. I'll put it in the community board to see what you guys think, and we can go from there. Spurs away kit looks, I haven't seen it. So send me a picture of I haven't seen their away kit yet. What color is it? I feel like it's going to be a little out there. But now, I mean, Brazil dominated possession already. I can't imagine we're going to see how much they're going to dominate now that they're up a man. Nice little ball. Defended right well. And hopefully Germany will just sit back and defend. They're just going to put 11 men behind the ball and just defend to try to make this scoreline be actually presentable. But a double substitution is coming up. Max Cruz's coming off. Giving the armband off as well. Spurs were so good around 2016-17. Were they though? Were Spurs really good? But I don't know. I feel like Spurs have been mediocre. I feel like in my opinion, the only real good seasons they had was under Pochettino when they made it to the Champions League final, when they were competing for Champions League. I triple dog dare you to go back on Omegle, Josh. And not a chance. I haven't been on Omegle for a long, long time. I triple D dog dare you. Let me know who you guys think is the favorites for the tournament right now. Before this match, let me know who you guys, if you were going to put money on it, who do you pick to win the Olympics? Who would you pick to bring home gold? For me, before the tournament started, I picked Brazil. I have proof of it. I made a video on it. But let me know in the chat who you guys are going with, because I've heard a few people tell me that Spain is one of their favorites. Which I know the Spanish squad is good. I don't know why. I don't see one getting the better of Brazil in this tournament. I don't. But Spain has a good shout. They're gonna have to figure out a way to put the ball in the back of the net. And also let me know who a dark horse is. A dark horse for the tournament. I mean, Romania could easily be it now. For me, I think I said in my video, I put Honduras. I thought Honduras could have a good tournament. But they had a tough start. The best of word. Japan. Well, yeah, the game's being played in Tokyo, so I mean the Japanese have actually a pretty good squad as well. I believe they drew today. Kane is just in a weird spot. Nobody can afford him and he wants to leave. Kane deserves at least a cup. Kane does. I mean, if I was Harry Kane, I'd just go to Man City to win. I'd get her to Tottenham as quick as I can. But here comes the Germans. And actually a decent little rush. It's Benjamin Henrich. And just a poor attack in the end. Japan won 1-0. Ah. They did. They got a late goal. Decent start then for the Japanese. That's gonna put qualification, in my opinion, pretty challenging for France. I think France is gonna be in some trouble now. With the performance that Isaiah told us, it was just absolute domination today for Mexico. So if Japan can get going and take on the France squad, I think they may be going out in the groups. That's embarrassing because I put them in my predictions in the final, so I feel like a goof. But thank you, Joe Nathan. I appreciate it. Mexico will be the black horse. Well, Mexico, in my opinion, has got a really good squad as well, and they're always someone to compete. I was talking about more like of a dark horse, a nation that you took a look at and were like, I don't really know how they're gonna do. They could be very, very good. They could be very, very bad. I don't really know. So I mean, Romania could be a dark horse. I feel like they're a good shout for it because, I mean, I'm almost expecting them to be kind of poor, but they did well today. Nice little effort there and just over the bar. Japan versus Germany in the final. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I think it's gonna be tough to stop this Brazil squad. My opinion, Brazil will win. I'm starting to lean. I still think maybe Spain can pull off something. We'll have to see. France has so much talent, they still lose. They did, but again, if I'm looking at like the strongest types of squads in this tournament, I'd arguably say like Brazil for obvious reasons. Spain's teams are very good, and I would honestly may even take Mexico over France. I mean, Gignac and Thauvin are good players, but I don't know. I like the Mexican squad a little better today, just because they were able to. They played with a lot of these players playing the similar league, teammates of each other, and it matters in small tournaments like this with young players. You gotta hit the ground running. If you're able to compete with players that you compete with regularly throughout the season, it helps. This France team's a little all over the place, and clearly that was a big issue against them, as is this German squad. What is your next stream you'll be doing? The Dortmund Watchalong on Saturday morning against Atletico Bilbao. Very excited for that one. And, of course, if there's a Daniel Mullen signing, it will be that as well. But Brazil has a couple movement from the bench, and we are seeing Dortmund boy Renier coming on. The Ajax man, Anthony's coming off. And I couldn't tell who the other player coming off was, but it's Richarlison. So Richarlison had an excellent day. I don't think anyone could deny that. Picking up a hat-trick. And it's Paulinho of Bayer Leverkusen and Renier of Borussia Dortmund. Two Bundesliga talents coming on for Brazil today. And it'll be nice to see 15 or so minutes of Renier. As us Dortmund fans know, he didn't get a ton of looks this season. So now I'm actually curious to see what he can do in a game where A, he'll be involved, and B, playing in a position he actually wants to play in. And plus, they're up a man, so it should be a good opportunity for Renier. And yes, Isaiah, I am a chicken. I'm not going on Omigo. That's for 15-year-olds. Or George Benson when he was doing impressions, because he's got a very good Peter Griffin. Son scored a hat-trick every game. Korea as the dark horse. Well, Son isn't in the Olympics, so that makes it a little challenging, unless you're referring to one of the former Olympics. World Cup final will definitely be Canada versus the U.S. I think you're dreaming a little bit, but I like where your head's at. Nice little ball in there, collected very easily as Germany is struggling to maintain possession, as expected when you're down a man. Do you see Holland on Saturday against Bilbao? I hope. I don't really know what we're expecting there. Nice little shot there, but a nice save by Florian Muller. Renier does well to find a cross and defended quite easily. I don't want to see Spain or Brazil winning the gold. Well, the way that this tournament's looking right now, it's looking real open, man. But I don't know. I'd assume Brazil's going to win it. But, I mean, to be fair, Brazil's last time they won it, they had a much better team than Germany, and Germany took them to a penalty shootout. They had the two Benders and Nicholas Pedersen as their three overage players, where Brazil had Neymar as one. But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see Holland start against Bilbao at the weekend, but it'll depend. I'd be more surprised. I'd say it's probably like 60-40 he doesn't play. Korean game icon. Yeah, and I heard a rumor that that Son will probably play the majority of his career in Tottenham, and because he's the best Korean you'll probably find for some time. A lot of Koreans support Tottenham, and it makes sense when you have a player of that talent playing at that level. They formed a bond with Tottenham, so I don't know if Sonny will ever leave Tottenham, but South Korea lost to New Zealand today. Chris Wood from Burnley scored the only goal. Yes, he did. Chris Wood's got a good goal scoring record. He always has. Spanish teams is a bunch of young talents, but they lack a good finisher. I think that was a big thing that threw me off as well when I was doing my predictions, is I didn't see a natural goal scorer. Mainly because of the fact that I know that Matheus Cunha is up here. There are some options for Brazil that can put the ball in the back of the net. Mexico's got a good striker. I thought Gignac was going to be able to have a good tournament. But unfortunately, for Spain, I'm assuming Dani Olmo is going to play that false 9 type of role. And they don't really have a real proper striker, which it showed today. I'm assuming, I didn't watch the Spain game, but I'm assuming they dominated possession. They dominated the match, but they couldn't find a finish. Bayern Munich. Now. Do they support Tottenham because of Son, though? Yes. Nice ball. Oh, Renier. I saw like a YouTube video of what Sonny has done to South Korean football. The fact that it's sort of similar with countries that have only a few good players around the world. Like a lot of Canadians follow Bayern because of Davies. It's as easy as that. A lot of Americans were following Pulisic Chelsea because of Pulisic. At a different level. So Tottenham is a big popular club in South Korea because of Son. They want to watch Son week in, week out. And I heard because of that Sonny's grew such a connection to Tottenham, and he's got an entire country behind them that he doesn't quite want to move on. But that was a while ago I read that. And just like how all Canadians support Bayern because of Davies, right? Not quite, but sort of. It depends. I was a football fan my entire life, so my club team is Borussia Dortmund, and I found them way before Alphonso Davies was a professional. So it sucks. Davies put me in an awkward position by playing for Bayern, but unfortunately for Davies, I can't really support Bayern. I'm a Dortmund fan, so. But I wish him the best on an individual level. If Spain had a striker, they'd be a contender this year. They are, and I can't think of a young Spanish. I guess they should have maybe tried to bring in an overage striker. They brought in two very similar players in Michael Moreno and Calvahan. I would have maybe left one of them at home and then brought in a striker to go with Asensio. But if Son wants to have trophies, Spurs isn't the best option for him to do that. Yeah, I don't think so either, but I think personally Son just has such a love for Tottenham. He has done some incredible things there. Went to a Champions League final. He's not going to win a ton of trophies, but from the interview I saw and the article I read, it doesn't seem like Son is looking to potentially move on anytime soon. But you never know. If a club comes knocking and he wants to actually win, he might be a good option. They support Bayern because Bayern is the best ever. I wouldn't say the best ever, but here's Paulinho, defended quite well. That's why I follow Liverpool and Chelsea. That is fair. Angie, that is fair. The Canadians I followed growing up it was Dwayne De Rosario and Atiba Hutchinson. So I have a little love for Besiktas, and now having Kyle Larin there, I have love for them still. But when I was watching, I picked the team I liked and went for it. I didn't pick my club based on who a Canadian was playing for, because there wasn't really a Canadian playing at that high a level when I was growing up. Now there is Davies, now there is David, now there is Larin still, but arguably if you're looking at worldwide clubs, it's really just Davies and Bayern. No disrespect to Lille, but they're not quite at that level to to find worldwide talent, but I do still enjoy watching Lille because I like them. They're my Ligue 1 team because of Jonathan David. Morata is unreliable. He is, but I'm trying to think if there's another Spanish option, another striker somewhere, because, I mean, the Spain squad lacks a striker. They're playing with a false 9. It's dangerous in tournaments when you're looking for goals, and it just showed today. That stacked Spain squad drew against Egypt. That's not good enough. And I was just trying to think if they, instead of going for 2 center mids as overagers and Marcus Asensio, they could have went for Asensio, one of the midfielders, and then brought in a striker. But, I mean, I wouldn't have brought in Morata. But I'm trying to think if there's a young, maybe Borja Muriel from Roma. He had a decent goal-scoring record this year. Oh, that was on a good ball. Cleared out well. They won the league, man. What more do you want? Hey, I meant as a worldwide brand. I watched Lille a lot this year. One Soccer has the rights to Lille, so it was easy to watch Lille matches. They wanted to give us a reason and ability to watch Jonathan David. They took down PSG, so yeah, I was just more talking in the likes of a worldwide team. A team that, when it picks up a neutral or a new soccer fan, it'll be from the Champions League. But, yeah, I don't know. It also doesn't help that I think Lille's going to get picked apart this year. I mean, they've already lost their manager. They brought in a very questionable manager, in my opinion. There's a lot of better options that I thought were available. But they're still going to be playing Champions League football next year, hopefully having a decent League 1 campaign and give Jonathan David an opportunity to keep pushing. But yeah, I mean, they won. They won, and I was excited. I watched, like I said, besides Dortmund this year, the team I watched the most was Lille. One Soccer, like I said, gave us Canadians an opportunity to watch our boy, and I wanted to see them beat PSG. So, what club in the top 5 league is best for Tajon Buchanan? I thought Lille. I was just thinking about that last night because he's linked to Lens right now in Liga. I'd rather see him go to Lille. They might have to shift some players out there. Oh! Just like that, it's 3-2. 10 men Germany running at Brazil. There we go. Made for interesting remaining minutes. The beautiful ball whipped in. And the Germans have a lifeline again. They're still down a man. But they've made it 3-2. A nice quick little free kick taken. Down the sideline. Beautiful, beautiful cross. And a nice header into the bottom right-hand corner. All right, boys. It's 3-2. Germany's back in this. Let's see how this thing carries on. But yeah, I mean, that's an excellent question. And I might do a video on it. Best places for Tajon Buchanan. Right now, he's being linked to Liga. I mean, having the Gold Cup he's going to be linked to some big clubs. No disrespect to Lens. I'd like to see him go a little bit... I'd like to see him go to a club that's a little bit... I don't know. A little bit higher, I guess. I want to see him compete for something. Lens is a historical Ligue 1 club. It is a good club. He has done very well. They've done very well last year, and he could be a good fit for him. The reason I think Lille would be good is because A, you got the Jonathan David connection. You have the Canadian connection already. Canadians already follow Lille because of Jonathan David. You bring in Buchanan, it just makes it even more exciting. On top of that, Lille is in a bit of financial trouble if they have to shift out Jonathan Okone or Bamba or even Renato Sanchez, who I know Sanchez plays as a center mid, but he played out on the right-hand side quite a bit. Buchanan could be a great option in that 4-4-2 if that's still the system they go with, or a 4-2-3-1. He can even play as a wingback. So I'd like to see him go to Lille if he's going to go to Liga, or even Rennes would be a good look. But Lens is a decent stepping stone for him. But I also like to maybe see him go to the Bundesliga. I'd like to see him at like a Frankfurt, maybe a Hertha Berlin. Where will David go, do you think? I hear rumors 6 months ago, but nothing recently. I don't think David will go anywhere. From what I've heard, it seems like he's going to be back at Lille for another year. I haven't really heard, honestly, I've barely heard any rumors around Jonathan David. The odd ones from time to time, but it doesn't look like he'd be one of the players that was going to be moved on if Lille needed to make money. I'm assuming if Lille does need to raise their books, so they've already sold the best players and they lost their manager. So, in my opinion, Jonathan David will be staying. And if one other player goes, it will probably be Renato Sanchez, who played us on the right-hand side. So, I mean, that's an option there for Buchanan to come in. But I see Jonathan David, depending if he can have another good year, get some experience playing a lot of minutes in Liga, playing Champions League football, to then maybe take a step after that. But I definitely see him at Lille this year, and I don't think that he will go. But I do want to see him take a step at some point in his career. But I like Lille. It gives me a reason to keep an eye on Liga. I believe Amazon Prime picked up the rights for Liga as well, which is pretty cool. And if you guys are Canadian, you have One Soccer, you can watch every Lille match, I think, as long as that deal still went through. But Malcolm did very well there to get a foul. Damn, I was eating. Germany going for the comeback. Apparently, man, it's 3-2 right now. There's about 2 minutes left in the 90 before some extra time is added. And honestly, Germany's down a man. Arnold picked up a second yellow, was shown a red card, and somehow Germany has come back and made it 3-2. So the match is still on. Timothy Weah from the U.S. men's national team is on Lille too, but he does not play much. He doesn't. And if you're Lille, you want to see Weah and David play as much as possible because they're going to be two popular players that they help the brand. They're good, young, talented players. So hopefully Weah can take a step up this year under a new manager. But we have a free kick coming in from Malcolm. He didn't take it though, and it was well over. Can Germany pull up the miraculous comeback? It would be incredible if they could pull this off. Josh, Mullen or Holland? Both. I think Daniel Mullen will come in, man. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm doing a stream later today talking about the transfer. I bet you today or tomorrow. But we're running out of time here in the 90, man. I want Weah. Him and David are an effective partnership. And it's beautiful, man. Get an American, get a Canadian. It gives us a nice team to support, man. I grew a lot of love for watching Lille this year. I think him and Jonathan David have a good friendship. It'll be fun to watch how they can continue it and both develop. But it's going to be, I don't know, I think it could be a shaky start. That's why I think one more year at Lille for Jonathan David is a must, because you got your Champions League football, you got a ton of minutes in Liga, and you'll potentially have another good season. It depends because they have lost some players. Here's a nice little rush there. But guys, if you're just joining the stream, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. You guys helped me crush 4K today, and I definitely appreciate it. But here comes one last counterattack from Brazil. No penalty given. Tell them to play on. Tell them to play on. Bayern versus Dortmund. And you're saying 7-0 Dortmund? I agree. Both Brooklyn boys, so there's some synergy. There is, man. There is. Lille's a fun team to support. I really enjoyed watching them last year. But I do think this is going to be shaky, man. They sold Mike Maignan. They sold their skipper. Their manager, who was a big part of the reason that they pulled off the league title, went to Nice. And then they picked up a manager who hasn't managed really at this level. I mean, he had a poor stint with Bordeaux. He did win a cup, though, with a few years ago. But other than that, I mean, he's kind of the cheap option, which shows the financial situation of Lille. 7-0 for Dortmund again. I like it. Best of the word. You and I are getting it. 7-0 Dortmund over Bayern. I'm digging it. But there's about 30 seconds left here to play, guys. Be sure to drop a like. I don't know how many subscribers we're at now, but you guys have been unbelievable today. I appreciate all the support as we watch the remaining few minutes come to a fair here to see if Germany can pull off something. It was a terrible start and really a poor game for Germany all around. There was no chemistry, no movement, sloppy passing. But it was the first game of the tournament against a very well-organized and talented Brazil squad. And so the fact that they went down to 10 men and they're able to come back and still make it a 3-2 game, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. But it gives me confidence to see that maybe this team can do something. They're going to be without their skipper. Arnold is going to be suspended for the next game, which isn't ideal for the Germans. They're going to have to go up against a tough Ivory Coast squad who won today, as well as a Saudi Arabian squad. But I'd like to still think that they have the talent to persevere. And I think they should take some confidence. Because, I mean, I don't think they were ever the favorites to win against Brazil anyways. But to be able to come back down a man and bring it to a 3-2 scoreline is something to take away. Considering it was a poor start and arguably it could have been 4-5-0 for Brazil. I hope Canada make it to Qatar. It will be big for your country, and I like someone new in the tournament, and hopefully you will do well in football and grow your country. It's the reason I like covering the Canadian men's national team. It's been a passion and goal of mine my entire life to help grow this sport in this country, so being able to try to do it in my own kind of way is pretty cool. But here comes a nice ball. It is Matheus Cunha. Oh, big block on Paulinho. Time is running out for Germany. Not a lot of chances are going to be left here. Nice ball. (3-2) Bayern over Dortmund. No. Dortmund over Bayern. But Germany has found a way to actually be competitive in this match, and I find it so impressive. Especially after playing poor all game and then losing their captain, losing a center midfielder in Arnold, and their set-piece specialist. A big loss for them. But it just seems like Brazil will be able to hold on to the ball right now. Renier's got it. A Dortmund boy coming in. Been kind of quiet, and he just turned over the ball right there, which not ideal. Nice ball. Anthony had a good game. Richarlison obviously was man of the match. He put up a hat trick today. There's some okay performances on the German side. Nothing that really stood out to me in today's match. Nice ball. Cunha looks good, by the way. Bundesliga player. Yes, there's three talented young Bundesliga players on the Brazilian squad. Matheus Cunha from Hertha Berlin, Paulinho from Bayer Leverkusen, and Renier from Borussia Dortmund. So the Bundesliga has had some talents with the Brazilians, but here in on goal is Cunha, but cannot get it down. Cunha was away, a nice ball. Cunha's had some real good looks today and probably should have tucked one away. But that was a nice save out there for a goal kick. Here comes a nice ball into Paulinho, who's away on goal to wrap it up at 4-2. What's Paulinho going to do? Oh, what an emphatic finish. Damn. Bayer Leverkusen fans are going to like that. That was a gorgeous goal. An absolutely gorgeous goal. Oh, man. What a ball. Paulinho found space. Germany was pushing forward as expected. They were trying to get one back. Paulinho with a little fake and then an absolute rocket into the top of the net. Beautiful goal. Probably the goal of the game, I'd say, for Paulinho right there. Absolute rocket. 4-2. That's at the end, and that'll probably put this game to bed. Still a nice kudos to Germany for at least trying to fight some type of comeback here. How many minutes are left of extra time? There's 5 minutes. They've played over the 5 minutes now. And with that, the match has come to a close. 4-2 final for this match. These are the stats. 11-4 for the Brazilians. Shots on target were 8-3. Possession was 58-42, which is a little closer than you probably would expect, given the fact that They were up a man for so long, but that is it, guys. Be sure on your way out to drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. I appreciate all the support you guys have showed so far, and I'll be trying to do as many Olympic watch-alongs as I can. Depending on the times and the games, I'll be able to pull off some, but I appreciate you guys all tuning in. It was a great show out for the first match of Brazil and Germany's Olympic campaign, and just, yeah, appreciate all the support, guys. Best Olympic Games you've seen is the last question of the day. For me, it's 2012. Yeah, the gold medal of Mexico and Brazil was an intense one with Pato, Neymar, a good team there. But we're going to call it quits for there today. Brazil, 4-2 winners against Germany in the first game of the group stage between those two. And we're going to call it quits. So I appreciate everyone tuning in with me today. Chat was a lot of fun. Big cheers to all you guys. Be sure to drop a like and hit a subscribe. Help us get to 5K. It's my goal for the end of this year. Well, my 1 year on YouTube. But cheers, my friends. Take care, and we'll talk to you guys soon.